Hi there, everyone. Welcome. I'm Andrew Fazekas, the Night Sky Guy, your host every week to share what we can see in the night sky every week, wherever you are around the world. I'm so happy that you can join us. It's July 4th, 2022. I'd like to wish a happy Independence Day for everyone celebrating in the United States, all my U.S. friends. And those of you around the world, we kick off, of course, another beautiful week. I hope you had a great weekend, got some sky watching. Did you see anything in the night sky that was interesting? Were you perhaps watching the moon or the planets, or maybe you got your telescope out to look, or binoculars? Maybe you saw some shooting stars. There's a lot of things out in the sky, and with this time of the year in the northern hemisphere, people are out and about doing things outdoors. And here in Montreal, Canada, we've had some great weather, been able to do some sky watching here from my vantage point. Really fun stuff. And I see everyone joining in. We've got Dave from North Carolina, Carolyn as well, Tess from Sweden. We've got Annie from the UK joining, and Jim from New York. Jeffrey from Nebraska, Cynthia, hi from Michigan. Nice for you to join us. Just wonderful. I'm so happy to see everyone here. Syed from Ottawa, Ontario, a fellow Canuck there. And belated Happy Canada Day for those of you, of course, celebrating. July 1st was our Canada Day, our kind of celebration annually. So without further ado, why don't we just jump in and see what's in the night sky? Now, I've had some technical problems the last couple of weeks, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to work. Oh, it does. Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy. There is the sky set up with our friend the moon in the western skies just after sunset. It's a really beautiful sight. You've probably seen it. This is the sky as it will appear after sunset on Monday, July 4th. That's what you're seeing here in this image right here. And it's really a beautiful sight because it'll be pairing up with some bright stars over the course of this weekend. I'll show that to you in a minute. Now, before I continue, I just wanted to make sure you guys know I'll be giving away another copy of my book, Backyard Guide to the Night Sky, published by National Geographic. You know it's going to be good quality if it's out by National Geographic. Great pedigree. This is the book right here. I've got a copy here, and you'll get your own copy sent to you directly from National Geographic. I'll have a lucky winner at the end of this broadcast, so stay tuned, keep watching, and maybe you'll get lucky and get a chance to win. So I really want to thank folks, my publishers at National Geographic, for helping me out there with that. So without further ado, we go back. Here's the sky. Again, this is Monday. Now, what's interesting, you see a crescent moon. The moon was really busy in the early morning skies. Maybe you were able to wake up and see it with the planets, but now it's joined into the evening and it's heading towards, you can see this constellation here. This is Virgo, the maiden. This is traditionally now a springtime northern hemisphere constellation, but it kind of bleeds into the summertime as well. And it's kind of bowing out in the west, being lost in the glare of the sunset very soon. But the moon will be joining its brightest member. And you can see if I go kind of a little bit later at night, here you can see, and I put it by Tuesday. Look, this is where it is going to be on Tuesday. This is where it's going to be on Wednesday, the moon, and it'll be right next to this bluish star. You can see that right there. That is the brightest star in the constellation Virgo, the maiden. And if I click on it with my planetary program, you see the name of it is Spica. Now, Spica is a neat star. It is a giant powerhouse, and the moon regularly cycles through this constellation. It's called a zodiacal constellation, and of course, those of you that are into horoscopes and stuff, you might be familiar with the idea of that. You know, there's 12 different zodiacal constellations, and the sun and the moon, and generally the planets as well, kind of follow through these 12 different constellations that are basically visible throughout the year, different ones, different sets of these constellations. And it kind of represents the highway of the moon and planets. And so we regularly, if you watch this show, you'll notice that the moon does pair up with the same kind of stars close to it over a course of many weeks and months. It cycles through them. So Spica is one of those. And what's neat is, so we're looking on Wednesday, July 6th, you'll see Spica very close to the moon. Now, Spica is far away. It's 250 light years away from Earth. That means that you're looking at a star light that left on its journey over 250 years ago. It's taken. That's how long it's taken light. And so you're looking back in time 2.5 centuries. Really, really neat. So the moon will be there on Wednesday. Now, on Thursday as well, look, it'll jump even closer to Spica. And this will be quite a beautiful sight, even if you've got a pair of binoculars. Very nice sight. Let me get that there. You can see the crescent. Now we're going to actually a gibbous moon just past the quarter moon. This is again Thursday, July 7th, in the constellation Virgo. This is after sunset, looking towards the southwest. Just look for the moon. And on Wednesday and Thursday, and this is Thursday again, the moon will be very close to this beautiful, very bright blue star, Spica. So just a great handy guidepost, the moon, finding constellations, finding your way around the night sky. So if we move forward in time, Friday, it's moving away from Spica by Friday, right? Then on Saturday, it's dead in the middle in the constellation Libra, the scales, another zodiacal constellation. But you'll see that there is a close by star right there in Scorpius, this neighboring constellation to Libra. Scorpius, the eye, or in some cases, depending on the mythology, the heart or the eye of Scorpius is represented by the star Antares. It's an orangey, very distinctly orangey colored star. And the moon will be closing in on this. And again, this is Saturday, this coming up Saturday, July 9th. So this is really neat. And look at this, by Sunday, July 10th, mark that down on your calendar. Again, this is just after sunset when the skies get dark. Let me make the moon a little bit small because it's not really that big in the sky. I've got it a little bit set on, so it's easier to see for us, but really that's more like what you're going to be seeing. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Having these two bright stars, this one bright star and this one very bright moon, and it's heading towards a full moon. You can see it's what we call a waxing gibbous moon. Again, this site is Sunday, July 10th. And Antares is also a very far away star. You thought Spica at 250 light years was far. Antares is over 550 light years away. So you're actually looking back in time over 5 centuries when you're looking at Antares, and the moon is guiding your way. Again, this is going to be Sunday, end of this week, July 10th, Sunday evening after darkness falls. Look for that beautiful moon. And all this is happening in the southern skies in the constellation Scorpius. And what's really neat, just to add to the story here, of course, the moon glare is going to be very bright, and you're probably not going to be able to see this, but this glow that you're seeing on the screen here, diagonally here, that is the center of the Milky Way galaxy, located about 28,000 light years away. It's in this direction of the sky, in the southern sky. For me, where I'm mid-northern latitude in the city of Montreal, or say if you were in New York or even Washington, as far as that, this is a very similar kind of view that you would have around mid-northern latitude on Earth. Even places like London, Rome, Tokyo would get something similar to this. And of course, with the moon nearby, you're not going to see too much unless you bring out those binoculars and telescopes, of course, and then you scan this part of the sky to the left of the moon. You'll notice it's chock full of stars. That's because you're actually looking at our home galaxy and a conglomeration of clumps of millions of stars, all bunched up together, but they're so far away you cannot see the individual stars. You see the combined light of the individual stars. That's what this is, and we call this the Milky Way. And you can see it kind of stretches up across the sky, over the eastern part of the sky, and down towards the northeast. This is pretty much what we would see in the northern hemisphere. And what's interesting is, of course, a guidepost to seeing kind of down towards the eastern part of the Milky Way, kind of farther away. Check out, don't forget to look for the summer triangle. Also, if you're beginning to explore the night sky for the first time, or you're getting reacquainted, the summer triangle, the 3 stars that make this giant triangle in the sky, is a really great guidepost. You can see it right here. There's Vega, this is Deneb right there, and then Altair. This 3 stars mark out what's called the summer triangle. 3 different constellations: Cygnus, Lyra the harp, and Aquila the eagle. And each of those constellations have their own singular, very bright star. And each of those bright stars marks a corner of this triangle. And guess what? The Milky Way runs right across this summer triangle. Let me see if I can get to show the summer triangle a bit better. There you go. You see with the orange line, I've got that there. So that's the summer triangle. And you're looking basically high in the east. So it's kind of rising. This early summer, northern summer, hemisphere summer, it's rising the summer triangle right now. And it'll be dominating the sky way into the fall season, the autumn season, believe it or not. But the peak time really is late summer, and we're just heading into that. And so find the summer triangle, and it'll be a great guidepost for exploring the Milky Way, a number of constellations, and of course their deep sky treasures, because right through here, as you can see, the Milky Way just stretches right across this area. So it's a fantastic place to explore with the naked eye on a dark night when the moon isn't up, like it is, you can see here, corner right here. This is, again, is Sunday. But right now we're, as I'm recording this on Monday, July 4th, if I go back in time, you can see here as Tuesday, the moon is going to be way in the southwest. And if you wait a little bit later at night, this is the moon, you see, sets off to the right there. And so you're left with dark sky. So right now, as I'm recording, Monday, Tuesday is pretty good time to check this part of the sky out with the summer triangle, because the moon is out of the way. And just, if you've got binoculars and telescopes, maybe lie down with a binocular, get comfortable in a reclining lawn chair, and just sweep this part of the sky, this whole part of the sky, just sweep it. And you'll notice it's just filled with clumps of stars, clouds of stars. Really incredible. And you're literally looking at an arm of our spiral galaxy. You can see the hub. This is where the central downtown portion of the Milky Way is. Very, very compact with stars. And then this is one of the arms of the Milky Way stretched out before us right here. You can see this. And this is, again, in the east after darkness falls. You can do it tonight, Monday night, Tuesday, even probably Wednesday. But by later in the week, the moon will be rising higher and higher and dominating the skies, and kind of the glare from the moon will be too much to look for the Milky Way. But even if you're in the city with binoculars, just look through the summer triangle, identify those 3 stars, and just start scanning right there. And then you can wander off on either side and see a lot more stuff. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. So check that out. And of course, those of you that are early bird folks, this is the view in the morning skies. Look at that. You've got just before sunrise. Let me just put it a little bit so it gets it darker for us. Easier to see. There we go. So you've got little old Mercury, very close, a challenge in the eastern part of the sky. Then above that is Venus, which is the brightest planet. And then you've got Mars, a faint orange dot. And then to the upper right of that is Jupiter. And then to the far right off there is Saturn. Much fainter than Jupiter is Saturn. Yellowy, creamy color dot in the sky. Still a beautiful lineup. So if you haven't seen that planetary alignment that we've been talking so much about the last few weeks, and especially in June, it's still not too late to see this beautiful row of the classical naked eye planets that the ancient cultures first noticed thousands of years ago, and we can still see them with the naked eye. They're bright enough, most of these planets, to be even seen in suburban light polluted skies. As long as you got a clear view towards the east and to the south, you can see stretching from the east to the south is where all these planets are currently. So there you go, guys. Lots of things to be able to see in the sky. And of course, I wanted to mention, of course, getting back, the book, my book, The Backyard Guide to the Night Sky. Any of you watching on Facebook, on Twitter, or perhaps on Twitch, or perhaps on Facebook, many of you, this is your chance to win another week of my book from National Geographic. I'm looking for the 12th person who writes in the comments, doesn't matter which platform you're watching from, The Night Sky. The Night Sky. The 12th person I'll choose after the broadcast and contact you. Make sure you have your messenger on. If you're on Facebook or if you're on anyone, I will contact you directly. Make sure you send me your mailing address. Very important so I can send out The Night Sky to the 12th person. I have a combined feed, so it goes in from all the different social media channels, and I just count out the 12th person. So that's how it works. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and watching the night sky with me and having fun. And so let's get more people out under the skies. It's a great hobby for all ages. You don't need to have a science degree to do this, just curiosity and some passion to go outside. Even a casual glance of the night sky offers amazing things. So do go outside when you have even for 15 minutes, and you can learn something. So I hope I gave you some great ideas for this week. If you like these videos, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button on any of my channels, whichever one you're watching. Please subscribe to my channel to show your support. Also share this video with your friends and family, getting more people out in the night sky. I thank you so much for your support. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, I wish all of you clear skies. Bye-bye.